Hi, Jeremy Baird here from Blue Line Gunworks. Today we're going to be talking about some products and stuff, just a little background on me. I'm a firearms instructor, and I recently went through a firearms instructor school utilizing my rifle here. This is it started out as a CMMG lightweight carbine with an A2 sight on it. It's not that anymore. It still is a lightweight profile barrel, the .625 inch barrel profile, so it's the lightweight configuration, but it now has a lot of rail too. It's got 13-inch Troy TRX battle rail system on it, and also we're going to be talking about a couple other products too. The Magpul MBUS front sight, and a product some of you guys might have some experience with called Duracoat. I went with Duracoat for a couple of reasons. I didn't have anywhere to bake it, so that kind of to bake the gun, to get it to cure like you would with Cerakote, and also I was kind of intrigued by the fact that it does continue to harden and cure as you use it. So what I did is what happened was I'd gotten a couple messed up gas rings, and then as I was inspecting my gun after the class, I noticed that I had some rust and stuff back by where the jam net was on my old rail system, my old free float rails. And so I got tired of the rust, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just coat this thing and change the rails and stuff. And so the coating actually was an afterthought. What I'd done to put my gas block on, my micro gas block, is I had to sand down a little bit of the barrel. Well, in doing that, I took off a lot of the Parkerizing off the barrel, and so I can't have exposed metal there and expect it to not rust. So I went ahead and decided to pick a product, and there's a lot of good products out there. I could have sent it out and had it coated professionally by somebody doing Cerakote or KG Gun Coat or any of the other coatings, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try this and see if maybe we can offer this product maybe through BGW and see if it works. So at any rate, the color I chose was the Ultra Flat Tactical Black, and I like flat black a lot. I'm just a flat black sort of guy, I guess. I don't like shiny black. It tends to scratch up pretty easy. Now, one thing I have noticed about this already is that if you rub it too much, it does get shiny spots on it. So that's not a very cool thing, but it seems pretty abrasion resistant so far, which is a good thing. The rails, one thing I have noticed about these is they don't line up perfectly. It's pretty hard to get them lined up square, as you can kind of tell right there. They're not exactly square. I got them as best I could. I should have enough adjustment in my rear sight to be able to take care of that. That being that little offset. Then also, I mean, those are backup sights. So eventually what I'm going to throw on here is an aim point. I did have an EOTech 517 on here. That got ditched. I want something with a long battery life. That was another thing I learned in that class, and also some other drawbacks to the aim point, like if you turn it on its side. Now you do notice that my lower is still shiny. Upper flat, lower shiny. Plan on in the future coating this too, coating the lower too, or just swapping out the lower entirely and coating it prior to putting it on. I do like the product though. It is a good product. Just as an aside, I went ahead and did a couple other items here. These started out life as Chip McCormick blued shooting star magazines. I got to use these things once on a hot sunny day here in Missouri, and then just by the sweat and stuff on my hands, they were all rusted up by the time I got them out. These are just normal 8-round shooting star magazines for the 1911. And they've got a nice shine on them. A nice flat tactical coat on them. The follower though, I left blued. I didn't want to coat that because I didn't want to add too much thickness. These are pretty tight mags anyways. I also didn't coat the inside because primarily my rust problem was on the outside. Now I don't know if you can tell really, and it did a good job of hiding it. But it does have a little, you can feel if you feel it, you can feel the rust pitting, but you can't really see it too much. I don't really cared about appearance, I just didn't want them to rust anymore. They're not expensive mags, but they're still mags nonetheless. But anyways, also other rundown specs on the gun here. It's just got a Surefire G2 light and a Viking Tactics mount. That's a GG&G sling swivel with a Spec Ops quick adjust sling on it. And that rear sight there is a GG&G A2 rear sight. Also did some modification to my stock. The stock was a standard, the standard M4 carbine, whatever the car stock. It had that big old sling swivel down there, and I don't use a parade sling on this gun. So I took off that sling swivel. Well, that left me with a big giant hole in the rear of my stock. I didn't like that, so I decided to cut it off and kind of see how that works out. So far, I like it. I haven't shot the gun yet to see if it pounds too much into that one shoulder. My other plan, though, I've sanded down the back, as you can kind of see, sanded it down a little. And my other plan is to add some skateboard tape or some grip tape back there to aid in some traction. Maybe even some rubber grip tape. You can find that at Brownells or whatever, and try that out. But we'll give it a little while. We'll shoot the gun, see how well it does. Check out the accuracy. We'll talk about the front sight and the adjustment. It's just a standard front sight post. It's got the A2 4-prong front sight post adjusting system, so it's nothing special, but hopefully it'll get the job done. Anyways, all these products are available through Blue Line Gunworks. I don't know, probably going to offer the Duracoat for a while. It's just materials cost only and labor free. There is, you look on the web and you find guys that are doing Duracoat. There's a certification process for it. I'm not certified in it yet. That is something I'm going to look into, but there is a lot of labor involved in the prep work and stuff. Duracoat recommends that you blast. I didn't blast it. I sanded it. But it is a lot of labor involved with the degreasing, the blasting, the sanding, and the multiple coats. All total, I probably have about 4 or 5 hours in the Duracoat project. But anyways, just want to give you guys a quick rundown and kind of tell you what I've been doing here lately in the shop. Sales are kind of slowed down a little bit, so if you need guns, get a hold of me. If you need parts or ARs, I'm your guy. So anyways, thanks for your support. Keep checking out Blue Line Gunworks and over on Facebook at facebook.com/BlueLineGW. Thanks.